I wanted to show you guys this. Picked it up on Etsy out of Germany. A guy by Leosgarage. He calls them the Aquarium Filling Aids, and they're funnels that you hang on the side of your tank when you're refilling your tank with from a bucket, or just so it doesn't destroy your hardscape or freshly planted substrate doesn't get uprooted. And his default is, I guess in Europe they're not rimmed, the aquariums, so he has his default options are very shallow, this dimension, for rimless tanks, but I run all rimmed Aquarium tanks. So I had him, he was really cool. I gave him the measurements of the rims of all the different tanks that I'm running. You know, this one's, and they're in centimeters, so this one's just over 3 centimeters for a 75 gallon, and it works on both front tanks as well. You know, and I got from 20 through 16 is a little more than 2 centimeters. You know, you got that gap, but he reinforced the inside here, so it's not so flimsy. It's actually pretty stout. And you know, I got it for a 10 gallon. So basically, I gave him the measurements of the things I wanted, and for $14.99 a piece, I got these 3D printed funnels that, you know, I guess they're not necessary. Most people use their hand when they're refilling their tanks, or, you know, they use a paper dinner plate or a plastic bag over their substrate, or even modify, you know, something, a baffle on their refilling system, whether it's a Python or a homemade device. But I thought this was pretty cool. I haven't seen anything like it in the hobby yet, so I wanted to share it with you guys because you can't find them in the States. But I was a little sketched about ordering from Germany, but it was actually really, the guy was kind, quick to respond, and it only took about a week to get here. And they're fairly cheap. I mean, if you were gonna DIY it, you'll probably spend about 14 bucks on a container or a colander anyway. So I'll go ahead and put this little one on my Nano, and I'll show you the size when it comes to filling up the tank. This is what it looks like on a 2.5 gallon Aquarium. That's the Nano size. He actually is going to be making a bigger filling aid for bigger tanks. But I'm going to go ahead and you can see it in action. As I top it off, it's not tearing up the dwarf hair grass. And it's actually pretty slick. But there's the size comparison on the smallest tank that I can find. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and check out the new cool gadget that came in the house.